Hey, welcome back. We did it. We reached 50% of the book. I don't know if I have 50% more lectures left, but I know we finished 50% based on the content of the book. So that is an achievement. All right, so this and it's kind of interesting because we reached this part of the book where they don't actually working on the current app and they're just talking about React class components versus functional components, which is obviously a very big important topic. And yeah, and I always had my own definition of what a functional component is, what a class component is, or how to look at them. I always felt like functional components were lighter. The way I looked at them is based on my very little experience with React, is that if I have a component that doesn't need to do something very primitive, very light, you use a functional component. If it's a heavy component, it's a big component, it's a container, then I would use a class-based component. And what I want to say about this section, and by the way, I'm showing the content of the book for the first time, is this line right here, which I like and I agree with, and kind of the way I looked at it was that if no side effects and no state were used in legacy apps, we'd use a function components instead of a class component. So I guess in the past, if there was no state, something was simple, like I said, we would use functional components. But then things changed, and functional components, they introduced hooks, and you can now have states. Use state, you can use reducer, you can use use effect, etc., etc. And now all of a sudden, function components look a lot more like class-based components. And and now the decision to use a function component versus class-based component, it's a little bit more challenging. In my opinion, again, very brief experience with React, but I would think there's definitely a lot of people are just split right down in the middle between choosing between functional components and class-based components. I still think that if it's something that is just renders something very small, like just one part of the page, one small component, then make it a functional component. If it's a container, then make it a class-based component. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. All right, guys, we did it. 50% done. We're almost there, so just keep going for the one or two people that actually follow this tutorial. All right, guys, take care. Till next time. Bye.